What is up everyone, Nayflar here and welcome back to my top 5 mods of the month series. In this video we will be looking at the 5 best mods that were created for Fallout 4 on PS4 in July 2018. Strap yourself in because July was one hell of a month for PS4 modding. I really struggled to narrow it down to just 5. With that said, let's get started. First up at number 5 is Ghoul Race mod by Solaire the Sunbro123. Either the vault wasn't as effective as planned, or the constant exposure to radiation out in the Commonwealth has turned the sole survivor into an ugly, horrifying ghoul. This mod turns the player character into a ghoul with all the nasty irradiated skin and disfigured facial features that come with being a ghoul. You can start a new game as a ghoul, or you can just load into your current save and your character will now be a ghoul. However, I should mention that in the character creation at the start of a new game, the female protagonist will still be human, but don't worry because once you've exited the character creation process, she will be a ghoul. If you want to make this as immersive as possible, I would disable the mod during the introduction of the game, and once the bombs have dropped and you've been exposed to the radiation, enable the mod. Being a ghoul doesn't change an awful lot other than how you look, and you no longer take any radiation damage. Instead, it actually heals you very slowly. You basically get the ghoulish perks without actually having to have high enough endurance or having to spend the skill points, which makes sense because in Fallout lore, ghouls are healed by radiation. However, you can still get radiation damage from drinking irradiated water or eating irradiated food. I think changing this by adding the lead belly perks to this mod would make sense. Also, feral ghouls will not be your friends like in some other ghoul mods from previous Fallout games. They will still attack you. I'm not sure if it's possible with modding tools on PS4 to stop them from attacking you, but I think it would make sense if this was added to the mod in a future update. Some other things to note are that you can't change your facial features, you can only change your hair, and a lot of the hairstyles don't quite look right on a ghoul, but some of them work really well. You can't have any facial hair as a ghoul, however if you had facial hair on an existing character and then you download this mod and load the game, your facial hair will remain. This happened to me, and then when I used my barber's chair, my character's face bugged out and went back to being human, so I reloaded the save and my character was ghoulified again, but the beard was gone. This mod does have a few bugs, and there are a few aspects that could be improved, but at the end of the day, roleplaying as a ghoul is pretty awesome and a lot of fun. This mod would potentially be even better for roleplaying if it was paired with an alternate start mod, which according to the mod description, the mod author is actually working on one. If that's true, that's very exciting, because as far as I'm aware, there are currently no alternate start mods for Fallout 4 on PS4. The dream of being able to immersively play as a ghoul in Fallout 4 is almost complete. Up next at number 4 we have the Wasteland Bandolier Legendary Armor by the Wasteland Girl. This mod adds a brand new piece of legendary armor to Fallout 4. The mod description says, there's a new item for sale at Fallon's basement in Diamond City. Becky Fallon has been working diligently on something in secret and she's finally ready to reveal it to the public, the Wasteland Bandolier. This mod restores cut content from Fallout 4 in the Bandolier, which was created for the game but got cut in development. Now it's back and it's full of unique features that make it extremely useful as well as awesome looking. The Bandolier has vault suit linings which allows you to add extra resistances, torso armor linings to augment your playstyle, ammo bags for 10 to 50 additional points of carry weight, ballistic weave for ultimate protection, a legendary slot which you can use to remove and swap the legendary effect on the Bandolier, and last but not least, your choice of +2 to any special stat. The legendary ability that comes with the Bandolier is Quick Hands, which gives you a 20% increase to reload speed, so you can be the fastest gun in the Wastes. This legendary modification is unique and cannot be found in the vanilla game. The mod uses AWKCR, so it can be worn over any piece of armor and will not take up a chest slot. All of the modifications require materials, however they are loose mods, so they can be removed and re-added or swapped with other Wasteland Bandoliers, including the legendary effect, which can be swapped between Wasteland Bandoliers. However, it cannot be swapped with a different piece of clothing, it can only be swapped with other Bandoliers. If you want to buy more of the Quick Hands legendary effects, Lucas Miller will sometimes stock it as an attachable mod, and Becky Fallon sells an additional Bandolier called the Weathered Bandolier, which was originally the first variation of the Wasteland Bandolier, which the mod author replaced but kept it in the game with a new name. So you can buy an additional bandolier and put the legendary effect on it to give to your companion. However, I reset Becky Fallon's inventory 5 or 6 times and the weathered bandolier did not show up, so I think it's quite rare to find her selling it. And when I found Lucas Miller, he was not selling the legendary mod, so you might have to reset their inventories a few times before you can get what you need. The Vault Suit Lining's attach point is custom and not the same as the one in the base game itself, so this mod will not be affected by the upcoming Vault Suit Creation Club content, which by the way I didn't know was a thing until reading the description of this mod. This is a brilliant mod that adds a functional and useful piece of clothing to the game that looks awesome, and the legendary ability makes sense because the purpose of a bandolier is to hold ammunition, making loading ammo faster. A great mod, worth a download. Number 3 on this top 5 list is Honeybreeze Player Home by Zephdorius. This mod adds a brand new player home just outside Abernathy Farm. You will notice it almost instantly as you spot the giant stone wall surrounding the house, keeping out unwanted visitors. You don't need to do anything to get the keys to the house, just simply walk up to the front gate and make your way inside. The front garden is full of green grass and colourful flowers, whilst the house itself is a charming wooden house with a nice little balcony area before the front door. At the back of the house are a few plants including corn, mutefruit, tato, and the most noticeable feature, a small pond with a nice waterfall. Where is the water coming from? Who knows? We don't need to worry about that because it looks nice. It's a very peaceful and tranquil garden, a good place to relax. Inside the house on the top floor is a nice living room area with a radio and some chairs next to a fireplace. In that same room is a kitchen which comes with a cooking station so you can actually use it to cook food. On the same floor is a bathroom area with a shower and bath full of hot water which is being heated in a massive silo next to the bath, which is very immersive. Bonus points for that. There is also a cozy elevated bedroom area with a custom bed with some very snazzy looking bed sheets, which grants you the well rested bonus. The floor below is your crafting room / workshop, which features a custom armor workbench, custom weapons workbench, custom chemistry station, and some very colourful custom power armor frames. It even features some custom named chests, which are decorated to suit the theme of the type of item that you'll be storing in those chests, which I think is really neat and would make sorting your hordes of items not only easier, but more pleasing to the eye. It's perfect for anyone with OCD. This room is decorated really well, with a bunch of mannequins in various poses rocking armours and weapons of the Commonwealth. There are lots of great Vault-Tec posters, a massive painting of a ship because why not, and even a power armor suit suspended from the ceiling to look like it's in mid-jetpack flight. How sick is that? The next floor down is your beauty spa and salon, featuring a barber's chair, surgery chair, laundry appliances, Porto diner, bobblehead stand, purified water fountain, magazine racks, and various other utilities. And finally, in the back of that room is a small office area / second bedroom, which I'm assuming is meant for your companion to sleep in. All of the workbenches in this house are linked, so you can store all of your junk here for crafting, and no DLC is required. This is a fantastic and really well made player home. If you're looking for a new crib to call your own, this mod would be a great choice. The penultimate mod on this list is a big un. So big the mod author has called it a DLC, Project X Mod's unofficial DLC by Liquid Smoke X64. Right, where to start with this mod? I'm going to try and run through all of the features as quickly as I can because this mod is enormous. Project X intends to fix many small issues with Fallout 4 whilst adding a completely new chapter of lore into the Fallout world in the form of a scavenger hunt style questline. To complete the quest, you will need to follow the clues left in notes scattered across the Commonwealth that tell you where the next location is to progress the quest. I think it's meant to be played as a new start because there is a bunch of unique items inside Vault 111 in the Overseer's bedroom, including the readme holotape, which gives a full description of everything included in the mod. The first note to start the questline is found in the security station just outside the Vault 111 entrance. Finding the next locations for the questline can be challenging, so be prepared to use your superior intellect. Or, if you're dumb like me, you can just use the readme holotape, which tells you exactly where you need to go for each quest. Follow the quest to enable crafting of most vanilla items such as weapons, armors, ammo, etc. Each step completed provides you with a full set of exotic weapons and or armor, which are unique items added by this mod. Most items are geared towards survival mode, so the quest exotic weapons are extremely powerful, which may put some people off, but there are plenty of mods out there to make the game harder for yourself. The new weapon types added by the mod include rivet guns, which are just modified railway rifles, plasmids and linear fusion rifles. These weapons are not just available to you, enemies can also use them. All weapons and armors now have elemental mods available which buff or resist elemental damage depending on the type used per element. Weapons may gain additional buffs per tier, such as automatic fire or armor penetration. In many cases, weapons will also require elemental ammo cells to use, which power 100 shots per cell. To be able to craft these, you need elemental modules, which can be crafted at the special workbench in Sanctuary or found by scrapping weapons or even looted. It also adds a bunch of new grenades, including iridescent grenades, which can be modded to have different types of explosions and effects, which are mostly elemental, and you also get new elemental grenades, which are just basic elemental grenades. The mod also adds 4 new sets of power armor, X03, X99, TX1 and TX2, all of which use the X01 model but are enhanced and include their own unique legendary abilities, with the X99 being the most powerful of them all, making you virtually unkillable. It also adds exosuit gear inspired by No Man's Sky, which to access you need to create a ring of exosuit power under the Rings of Power section, which you can then mod at an armor bench to add an enchantment of your choice. There are new chems, super and ultra stimpaks and radaways, which are more powerful versions of the standard ones, and new chems called Omega Cell, which gives you a speed boost, and Wonder Cure and Project X Cure All, which basically cures you of all negative effects. There is also a bunch of hidden gear located in random places across the Commonwealth, and rings for power, which can be crafted, which provide various buffs, such as the Gift of Flight. You are also given the original 40 special points on startup like Fallout 3 in New Vegas to get a boost early on for crafting all of the new stuff. You can also craft most of the legendary effects in the game, which requires certain materials and perks for balance. You can craft ammo through ammo kits, which can be crafted or created through the destruction of ammo, which is an adaptation of the New Vegas method. You can purify wild food and even make yourself a coffee. You can now store caps in money boxes, a few of the cut mods are added back into the game, you can craft Fat Man mines and grenades, there are travel hatches found in Sanctuary, Diamond City and a few other places, fast travel is enabled in survival mode, movement is altered to make it more realistic, making animals move at the correct speed for their size, and there are a few more minor features, such as now needing a screwdriver to pick locks. So as you can tell, I wasn't lying when I said this mod was enormous. I would recommend starting a new game to play this DLC sized mod, and then when you want to return to another character, disable it. If you're looking for an entirely new way to play Fallout 4 with a comprehensive questline for hours of enjoyment, this mod is well worth downloading. According to the mod author, it took over 2 years to put this mod together, and it's easy to see why. Let's show some appreciation and give it a download. Now it's time for the best mod that released on PS4 for Fallout 4 in July. You might be thinking, what on earth could top the Project X unofficial DLC? Well my friends, Maple Manor Player Home by XXX-Sync08 is a masterpiece, and the fact that it's a PS4 exclusive gives it a few bonus points. This mod doesn't just add a new player home, it adds so much more than that, so let's get into it. To get inside the Maple Manor, you will need to find a bypass keycard to stop the turrets from targeting you. If you don't, this will happen. The bypass keycard and a key to the house can be found in a green duffel bag near the house by a fallen tree. If you have a look around the walls of the house, you'll find a bunch of dead idiots like me who just tried to walk up to the house and got obliterated by the turrets. You can even inspect them and you get a little message with some details on who they might have been, which is really neat. There is a long drive leading up to the house and even a purified pond at the back of the house if you want to go for a skinny dip. The outside of the house has some nice potted plants and a little crafting area with some power armor stands and an armor workbench. There is even a garage which you will need a key card to get into, which can be found under the welcome mat by the front door. The garage features a unique chemistry station which can be used to craft a special form of fertilizer. Upon entering the house, it's a dark dingy mess with broken ceilings, boarded up windows and boxes of junk littering the floors. You will need to use the workshop to scrap the junk, remove the boards from the windows to let the light in, and even repair some of the house's utilities, such as the unique griddle, which you will need to repair before you can use it to cook anything. Once you have repaired the house, it will look fantastic, clean, full of light and very homely. It even features a fish tank with living fish still in it, which is very impressive because those fish must be over 200 years old. The features of the house once you've repaired everything includes a motorbike in the garage that can take you to and from Diamond City even in survival mode, a detailed backstory that explains a lot for those of you who like things that fit into the Fallout world, a skylight window that can be opened and closed at the touch of a button, a unique kitchen built from scratch, toy models that you can press to play sounds, an upright piano which can be played, a cozy fireplace that casts omnidirectional shadows, standing bathroom mirror for changing your hair, a clean untarnished bathtub, multiple sinks that dispense fresh water, windows with a view, fresh black coffee, maple sap buckets that can be drained for sap and turned into maple syrup at a cooking stove, a random toilet seat that you can immersively sit on. I've never been so immersed in a game in my life. A few secret areas including a hidden office with experimental elements, weapons workbench, hidden guns cabinet, a unique legendary weapon, and a terminal with a bunch of lore and backstory for the house and a hidden underground cave to explore with some really cool interactive features. You can also craft fresh crop planters in other settlements that allow you to grow and can fresh food, which you need the special fertilizer that you can craft using the unique chem station in the garage of Maple Manor. All of the workbenches are linked except from the workshop, and there are a bunch of custom storage containers found inside and outside Maple Manor to store your hordes of weapons, armor, junk, etc. If all of that wasn't enough, the mod also adds every song from all the different radio stations in the game. You can find all of the classical radio station songs in Maple Manor. The Diamond City radio songs are found in Travis's trailer, the Minutemen radio songs are found in the castle tunnels, and the Good Neighbor songs are found in the third rail next to Magnolia. As if this mod couldn't get any better, we're not even finished there, because most of the unique furniture and decorations found within Maple Manor are now craftable for use in your settlements. This includes multiple single beds and a clean double bed, a few plant pots, 4 clean weapon racks, radiators, dining mats, pattern plane and faction rugs, magazine stands and racks, clean suitcases, pre-war dressers, pre-war chairs, pre-war Federalist coffee tables, and nightstands, pre-war metal shelves, 2 wooden crates, a clean variation of Diamond City Radio, 8 themed banners, Mr. Handy box and fuel canister, clean wooden benches, a pre-war Federalist desk, and a few more. Well, I think it's safe to say this is the best player home mod for Fallout 4 on PS4. Everyone needs to download this mod, why wouldn't you? It's been one hell of a month for PS4 modding on Fallout 4, and I thoroughly enjoyed testing out all of these mods. I just wanted to give an honourable mention to the Fallout Game of the Year Personal Cheats mod by Midnight Music 97, which adds a bunch of useful items and cheats to the root cellar in Sanctuary, and Post Warwick by Madrox, which adds a huge skyscraper to Warwick Homestead. Both of these mods were very close to making it into the top 5, and they are both well worth checking out, so I'll link them in the description along with the rest of the mods mentioned in this video. That will take us to the end of the video. I do hope you enjoyed it or found it helpful in some way. If you did, please leave a like and hit subscribe, and click the notifications bell button next to the subscribe button to be notified every time I upload a new video. And if you want to help me make more and better videos, consider supporting me on Patreon. I'm also giving away a copy of Fallout 76, so check the description of this video for a link to enter the giveaway for free. I'll see you in the next video, good luck out there in the Wasteland.